project today is a 1974 Honda CB750K, one of the early Japanese classics. Problem is wheel bearing change in the rear wheel. You see here there's a lock to secure the bearing in the hub, and this thing is made out of aluminum. It requires a special tool. You can see it's already been damaged and dinged up. Because it's aluminum, you can't drive it out with any kind of a driver. All you're doing is distorting and tearing up the aluminum. So I got an idea of how we might be able to get this out and get it back in with a minimal amount of problem. Okay, the idea is going to be to drill a hole on either side of the aluminum lock, maybe about a third of the size of the total width, so that I can stick in two rods and then use a flat bar to turn that lock out of there without distorting the aluminum. We're going to be using the new Ingersoll IQ V12 series of electric power tools. This is their drill. Nice tool. Batteries interchangeable with the entire line of the IQ V12 series. Drill bits, center punch, and BFH. Yeah, probably bigger than I need to do my center punch with, but if you're going to go big. Okay, we're going to start by carefully placing the center punch right in the middle. You want to use a center punch to get your drill started so it doesn't dance around too much. Just give it a little tap. That's just to get our drill bit started. Doesn't need too much. And then we're going to select a drill bit. Now, I was reading online that drilling out the pins, that it's not uncommon, and what that means is when this is in place, someone has used the same center punch like this to pin between the hub and the lock to help keep that locked in place. Again, it's soft aluminum, not that big a deal. So we'll take out, what I got here, 1/8 inch, no, not quite 1/8 inch. Yeah. Check that for size. I don't want to go too big, or I'll actually split the collar. I'm not looking to split it. Okay, that looks pretty good right there. I'd say that's probably a 7/64. So we'll get that in place in the drill. One thing I like about the electric drills is you can really get a nice control for the speed. And something like this, that's kind of important, because I want to make sure I don't have a drill press. I want to make sure I go in as straight as possible, and I don't bounce around a lot. So let's see what happens here. And I don't think it's going to matter if I go all the way through. It's pretty deep. Okay, that's pretty deep. Not bad. We're gonna start with that. And we want to try going very straight. Perpendicular, I guess, is the correct word. And it's aluminum, so it takes very little work. Don't have to really press on anything. My bits are not the sharpest as they should be, but you can see I'm getting a good cut. Don't really need to worry about lubricating it too much. I'm not spinning it up too fast. The main thing is to go in straight. And I'll tell you, whether it's going to work, I don't know. It just sounded like a good idea. So we're going to find out together. We'll see how low that is. it's maybe 2/3 through on the one closest to you, and maybe about the same. So let's see what we can do with that. It's got to be pretty hard so it doesn't bend against the load. So I don't know if these, and yes, I have other Torx bits, so I'm not dependent on these. And let's see, we can then use the flat blade to spin that thing around. Now it's turning. It's not the easiest thing in the world. This should be interesting. See how this whole clamp works. So that's a good thing. Is that going to get it without twisting? I don't know. We'll see. Sorry, I don't have a neat shot here for you now. But it's turning, so we're winning. That's all that matters. And yeah, it's getting a little easier as we go. But I think we are winning. Probably any kind of clamp. It's not keeping it totally from spreading, but it makes it easier for me to keep them in line with my hand. All right, set this off to the side. There's half the job done right there. We got the I don't see that there. We got that out. So our little rig worked. We got it backed out. It ain't pretty, but it worked. Remember, if you're going to use something in those holes, it's got to be something that's not going to bend. It's not real easy anyway. And I guess you can see, you know, this is just aluminum. It's real easy to booger up. But it's out. Now we can get these bearings done.